Went to Hay Bay for the walleye season opener in Ontario here. Left the driveway around 8 o'clock with my MirroCraft 167 outfitter. And then drove to the boat ramp in Hay Bay near Adolphustown, and that's where we launched. Water levels are a little lower than the past couple of years, but the ramp's in great shape and it's easy to get in. Anyways, Hay Bay is just west of Kingston, pretty close to Napanee. It's well known for its walleye fishing, and a lot of people know about it, so there was quite a few boats out today. But unlike the weekend, this is being Monday, it wasn't nearly as crowded. There was lots of room in the parking lot to store your truck while you spent the day on the water. So we launched the boat and started cruising around looking for a fishing spot at around 9 o'clock. We first went across to the north side of the bay because that's where all the other boats were in, and we were fishing between 14 and 15 feet of water. Talked to a lot of the guys, and unfortunately the fish weren't active, but people were catching one or two over the course of the morning to about noon. We did also fish the south side and the west. The good news for us, we started catching fish right away, although it was a bit sporadic. We caught this walleye about 20 inches long or 50 centimeters. We also caught a variety of panfish, including some perch and white bass. So not a spectacular day. The fish weren't very active, but we caught a few, got them in the boat, which is a great way to start our first fishing trip of the year. Hopefully we'll catch a lot more. Anyway, the scenery on the water was great. Lots of swans in Hay Bay, so that's always a pleasure to see them. Ducks as well, but mostly swans this time of the year. So I tried a variety of different lures, rattling wraps, longer stick baits and so forth, and caught some perch and some white bass on that, but the walleye weren't taking it. I don't know if I was getting deep enough, but regardless, what everybody was using, and it seems like the majority of people were using worms, and that was the trick. The best luck was happening if you were fishing close to the bottom. So if you had a worm harness that was weighted, that would take you up about half a foot off the bottom. That was the best. The reason I say that is that when I tried anything that actually dragged along the bottom, I just picked up a lot of shells and so forth, as well as other debris, which sort of contaminated the rig. And I didn't catch any of the walleye, but my partner Bruce sure did, and he was having lots of bites that way. And a few other people were picking up walleye as well, using a very similar setup. So for those of you who've never been on Hay Bay, here's a little bit of a video showing what the waterfront is like. It's pretty clear of rocks and trees, so it's very safe to cruise around. The center of the bay is probably around 20 feet deep, and a lot of the edges are shallow and have some weeds and so forth. Obviously not at this time of year, so you can get fish in 5 feet of water through some weeds if you like, but the majority of the bay, probably within about 100 yards of the shoreline, is probably between 10 and 15 feet. Around one of the islands here, there's a flat shelf. I think it's rocky there, and it's around 14, 15 feet, and that's where a lot of the walleye fishermen tend to concentrate. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe.